that's only one store. Huh? There are about 3 stores or 4 stores somewhere here in Nairobi. They are selling rabbit meat. Right? So I couldn't meet the demand, by the way. I couldn't meet the demand. So I would like to work with farmers so that now I can...
So if like if I would try, you'd give me a subcontract?
Yes, yes. In fact, I would like to work with people whom I know rather than people whom I've just met from somewhere.
All right. Deal.
Kenyaji, the same number every week. And ducks. Ducks. Ducks.
Okay.
So those are the 3 meat. Even pork, by the way, even pork if you have.
Right.
But let's wait until this lockdown is finished because really nothing is working right now.
Yeah.
How doctor?
Come again?
How much is the duck meat?
I think the last time I asked about 450 per kg, something like that.
Wow.
So if you have a 2 kg duck, because ducks can grow big, eh? And the good thing about ducks, they are more resilient. They endure. They adapt better to climate changes. And I will teach you on how to feed them freely. By the way, you don't have to buy commercial feeds. Do you know those aquatic ferns that were floating on my fish pond that you saw yesterday?
Yes.
Those are azolla, 30% protein.
For the ducks now?
Yeah, ducks, for chicken, for goats, for cows, for pigs. Free protein, by the way. And they multiply their mass, their volume, every 2 days.
Wow.
Unlimited supply of protein.
But they cannot make my dam to be silted, like making the soil come up.
Which one?
The aquatic plants.
Yes.
If I dig a dam.
No, you need to have a... The good thing about the azolla is they also conserve your water. They prevent evaporation, right? And they help clean the water as well because they absorb minerals. But don't put them when you are raising tilapia because tilapia eat those, by the way. There was an experiment in Thailand. Experimental research, okay? So the control group is the normal tilapia that they feed with commercial feeds, no? And then tilapia wherein they only feed azolla. And guess what's the finding? There is no significant difference in their average weight. Therefore, it is safe to conclude azolla can be fed completely to tilapia without commercial feeds.
That is good.
Yeah. So, in fact, every farmer deserves financial freedom. But how can you do that? My advocacy is always like this, okay? Yes, I am a farmer. But I must also be a scientist. And I must also be a business person, an entrepreneur. Okay? That's my advocacy. It's not enough that we have passion. Yes, we have passion in farming. We love to plant, we love animals. Yes, that's fine. In fact, that should be basic. That's the foundation of everything. But we need to be scientists as well. We have to develop our technologies, okay? We have to improve our farming systems. Because we cannot rely on the traditional way of farming wherein we plant come what may. Okay? We have to understand the psychology of our animals. We need to understand the biology of our animals. The same with our plants. And then we have to understand, yes, we need to understand companion planting, by the way. Which plant would grow better with another plant, and so on and so forth. Okay? In fact, I'm teaching integrated pest management. What is integrated pest management? Because in organic farming, we don't use chemicals. So we use what? Uh, Plant rotation. You don't plant the same crop every time. You rotate. So that any bacteria or any pest that is in the soil, if you plant another family of crop, they don't have their host anymore. They will die. You understand? Yes. So that's one, crop rotation. Number two, we do companion planting. So if I plant tomato, for example, I have marigold, I have onions, okay? I have oregano, I have lemongrass in my surroundings. Why? Because they chase pest of tomatoes or cabbages, something like that. So you see now you're maximizing your space. At the same time, you're protecting your crop. At the same time, you have multiple crops. Because you also harvest onion. You also harvest, say, oregano. You also harvest, say, basil. Something like that. Okay? And herbs, by the way, are very expensive out there. And then I teach people on how to do their own microbial spray. Okay? Can I send you the link of my YouTube channel so that you can see all of those microbial, spray that I have formulated? You're free to copy.
Yes, please.
You're free to copy. Yeah, you're free to copy. They're all available out there. Now, I share all those technologies because I know, every farmer deserves financial freedom. Yeah.
Thank you. That is
Many young people, they don't like farming. Why? They saw in their lives of their parents how farming has really dragged them to poverty, right? No, because many farmers, they don't understand business. They don't understand the market. So they plant. After planting, they ask themselves, who wants to buy? No, that shouldn't be the case. You plant in small scale. After that, you give it to the market. After giving it to the market and they like it, then plant large scale. Secure the market first before you do. Remember those days when people heard about quail eggs? Everybody went to quail. What happened, by the way? They failed. They failed Kabisa. Sindio? Yeah. But you see, they did not understand the market. Who will buy a quail egg, a very small egg, and yet more expensive than chicken egg? Yeah? But in Asia, quail eggs is part of our culture. It's a way of life. Children, when they go home from school, they would pass a small store, and just like these street vendors selling eggs and sausages, something like that. You see them, right? And then the children will just buy 3, 4, 5 eggs like this. They use sticks, by the way, and then dip it in a sauce and then eat like this as they go home. That's part of our culture, part of way of life. Okay? So that's why quail eggs is a big business in the Philippines, in Asia most especially. But here in Kenya, we don't know. People didn't understand the market. Okay? So now, this rabbit meat, kineji, ducks, and pork, you know where I'm going to sell them? The Chinese community here. Because they love ducks, they love rabbit, they love kineji. They don't eat, by the way, they don't eat the local chicken, the white meat, the white chicken. They don't like that. Including tilapia, by the way. They don't buy dead tilapia. They like tilapia that is swimming like this. Okay? You catch them and then you weigh them. That's their culture. You have to understand the market and give them what they require. Yeah. We shouldn't be afraid of the Chinese. They are just here to do business, by the way. If you want to, by the way, we shouldn't be, we should set aside our stereotypes, you see our biases. They are just here to make business, to do business, by the way. So if you want to deal with them, speak it to them in terms of business. Yeah, that's it. And they're very business minded, by the way. In everything that they see, you think that they're coming here as tourists. No, they're here exploring the market. Yeah, that's always been the case. They can start even at the very lowest. Okay, that's why you notice some Chinese selling second-hand clothes. Kikumba, you heard of a news? Chinese wanted to sell roasted maize. Yeah, they can do anything, by the way, as long as they will make money. Yeah. So today, there is a farm in Naivasha, 10 acres, dragon fruit. The dragon fruit that I told you yesterday. 10 acres of dragon fruit. Do you know in Vietnam how many hectares of dragon fruit they have in Vietnam? 55,000 hectares of dragon fruit. 80% of that is exported to China. Okay? 80% of their produce is exported to China. And this is the opportunity that I'm always telling farmers here in Kenya. The fruiting season of dragon fruit in Asia is from June to November or December. All right? You understand? June to November or December. Here in Kenya, from January to June. In fact, if I can show you my backyard today, my dragon fruits, plenty of fruits, by the way. Plenty of fruits. Right now. In fact, I'm about to harvest. Tomorrow, I'm going to make a video. I'm going to harvest dragon fruit and I'm going to upload it in the channel. Yeah. So you see now that's the opportunity that we are seeing, ladies and gentlemen. You have to understand the market. In fact, if I have to go home in the Philippines, my plan is I'm going to do fish pond. Fish pond. Okay? I'm going to raise tilapia and catfish. Why? Because we are fish-eating people. At the same time, pork-eating people. Now, the weather in the Philippines is very predictable. The rainy season starts in May, June, July, until November. You see the rainy season? And if fishermen cannot go to the sea to fish, that's my opportunity. I will plan my production in those periods so that I can harvest when there is no supply. You understand? That's how to think as an entrepreneur. You have to understand the market. You have to understand the market. The law of supply and demand. Simple economics. The law of supply and demand. Okay? That way, as an entrepreneur, as a farmer, you're going to succeed. Plus, of course, you know the technology. Eh? You know the technology. You know how to grow tilapia. You know how to grow pigs, organic pigs. Many people started pig farming in Kenya. They failed. Why? They do not understand the psychology of the pig. Do you know that pigs are very clean animals? They're clean. They're not dirty. And they're very intelligent. Yes. You give them the opportunity, they know where to eat, they know where to poop, they know where to sleep. They're clean. But you have to give them the opportunity to manifest, to exhibit their natural behavior. Otherwise, if you don't, They're going to lie down wherever they, where the poop is because they have no place. You know why they do like this in the mud? Can they scan and send back to me, please? Do you know why they do like this in the mud? Because like hippos, they don't have sweat glands. They don't have sweat glands. So they have to lower their body temperature. Three things to succeed in pig farming. One, you must have the right breed. Genetics. Alright? Look, me, I'm short. No matter how much you feed me, I will not grow anymore. Why? This is my genetic. Alright? The same with pigs. You choose the right breed. Okay? Number two, right nutrition. Right nutrition. No amount of right genetics, if you don't feed them very well with the right nutrition, they will not grow. Okay? And number three, right management. Okay? Right management. Because when pigs are stressed, they will not grow. Okay? So three things. If one is not present, you will fail. Okay? Right genetics, right nutrition, and right management. Yes. Animal husbandry. You have to take care of them. Okay? Things like that. So, if you want to be successful in farming, you have to understand the psychology and the biology of your animals. You know, pigs, when they sleep, they snore. In fact, they dream. Yeah, they're very intelligent animals. Yes. Why am I talking like... Yes, why am I talking... Because I am a pig whisperer, by the way. I understand the animal completely. In Chinese calendar, they said I was born in the year of the pig. Well, anyway.
What did you say about the snoring? I lost network.
Hello, everyone. All right, so we are about 10 people now. So I think the time is 8:26 in my watch. So let's discuss about Low Africa, the story of Maina and Katarina. This is the very first case that we wrote. Okay, together with Professor Renard of EMAS Business School from Barcelona, Spain. Okay, so we wrote this case about Maina and Katarina when they were just starting up in Low Africa, and they have a dilemma. Okay, so the question that we're going to ask ourselves is: should they remain with Low Africa, or should they go back to low practice? Okay, that's the main dilemma. That's the main question that we're going to answer in this particular case, because this is every entrepreneur's dilemma when you start a business. And then they said about 90% of startups, they failed, or 50% first. 50% of startups fail, or fail to start even. Okay, and then about maybe 40% of that, to make it 90%, 40% will fail in the first 3 months of its existence, right? And then the remaining 10%, 50% of the remaining 10% will not survive 5 years. Okay, it's exactly what happened to my enterprise, Alfred Enterprises, by the way. So Alfred Enterprise was we put that up together with my wife. So her name is Arlene, my name is Freddy. That's why it's called Alfred. Yeah, Arlene Fred Enterprise. So it was quite successful initially, but 5 years down the line, it failed. Okay, so from 1993 to 1998. Okay, it didn't survive the 5 years. So I'm part of the statistics. Plus all the other 4 businesses that I put up did not even start, by the way. Failed kabisa. Completely.
The one that you did for 5 years, did you get some profit from it?
Of course, I was a millionaire at the age of 22.
Wow.
At 22, I was a millionaire.
Wow. Congrats.
Yes, at 27, I was poorer than a rat.
What happened?
I screwed up.
Continue.
I screwed up. I screwed up, by the way. I mismanaged. So, you know, when you're young, and so I was into vices. At the end, I couldn't pay my people. Okay, I couldn't even pay my rent. And then after that, I got sick. Okay, I was in the hospital. Yes, I got sick. I was in the hospital, diagnosed with a heart disease at 27. Very young. Okay?
Because of stress.
No discipline in eating, no discipline in I drink, I smoke, I gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those vices that you can imagine for a young man. No? So at the end, God took everything, by the way. I could have been very rich today. But I did not manage that business very well. I did not manage that money very well. So it was taken away from me. So after that, I made a contract with God and say, Lord, don't give me so much money, okay? Quickly. Eh? I didn't say, you don't give me money. I say, do it quickly, okay? Do it pole-pole. Right? Not too much, not too little also. Just enough, okay? And he has been very, very faithful in the same way that I was faithful also. So I managed to start again. And Kenya was the answer. Okay? Kenya was the answer. I have to start all over. To run away. Yeah. To run away from my past. Eh? Anyway, so that was my story as an entrepreneur. I started, by the way, it started when we were young. So when I was in a primary school, I was selling anything that I could sell. From vegetables to fruits, okay? I would even bake cake. You know the cake? And then cut into pieces like this, and then I'll go around our estate. Cake, offered it to our neighbors. I was doing that. I was selling ice candy. I will make ice candy, okay? Put in the fridge, the freezer, they become hard, and then sell in the market. So that's why the key to one of our topics, by the way, is succession planning. Okay? One of our topics in this class is succession planning. The problem with so many family businesses in Kenya, they don't survive after the first generation. Okay? Many children, they don't like to inherit the businesses of their parents. You understand? They don't like. They want to have another career, and so on and so forth. So, if we are the founder, we are the parents, okay? How do we prepare our children? So now they will be interested in the business that we are doing. That's the challenge, by the way. We are not producing enough entrepreneurs in Kenya. We are not producing enough jobs in the market to absorb all the graduates of our universities. So what do we do, by the way? Where are they going? They will become thugs. So we have to teach them entrepreneurship, on how to be entrepreneurial. Right? That's why we are here, even as teachers, even as administrators, even as deputy principals. head teachers or principals or directors, founders of companies, we have to think that way. We need to prepare the next generation so that now the next generation will become entrepreneurial. All right? Good. So, let's talk about Maina and Katarina. Do you think they have to go back to low practice or remain with low Africa? Anyone? There are 14 of us now, so I think. Wafula, what do you think?
Before they stabilize, we should continue working day and night. Before they stabilize in their law farm, in Low Africa, before it picks up well, I suppose that they continue working with their other jobs where they are employed, and also in their until such a time when they will have
So you are telling them to go back to the original setup. They work in the law firm and then continue working on the small project in the evening, a side hustle.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Until they stabilize the situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
How about Brenda? What is your opinion? Brenda, are you there? Okay.
Hi.
Hey, okay, Brenda.
Yeah,
Finally. Good morning,
So I
Brenda.
did
Good morning.
read.
Good morning,
Good
Brenda.
morning.
Okay.
I suspect you are discussing something that was read yesterday.
We're discussing about Low Africa now, about the story of Maina and Katarina.
Right.
Then they have to make a decision whether to remain with Low Africa or to go back to low practice. Wafula said they have to go back to low practice while continuing Low Africa as a side hustle. Do you share the same opinion?
I am not very familiar with that story. Yes.
Wafula, can you give us a short summary of the case, by the way? Just a short summary,
Yes.
maybe in the next 2 to 3 minutes, so that everybody is on the same page.
Yeah. Katarina and the friend,
And
that is
Maina.
Maina. Yes. Are lawyers. They trained as lawyers. And they saw an opportunity in coming up with an enterprise that would provide court cases, because in Kenya, most of the advocates depend on their rulings, previous rulings, to argue their cases. Therefore, they start a business, a partnership, where they have to prepare to get information, to get previous court cases, digitize the information, come up with a website, and they will sell the information, or they will avail the information to the law firms, the universities, the judiciary, and all interested through subscription, annual subscription, so that they could utilize it to argue their cases. Initially, they have a problem of capital, but they end up getting rent a desk in industrial area. They begin from there, they do it for some time, and then they get some rental house in Upper Hills, where the 3-bedroom, where they now need to do the office, and they work. They digitize their money, but the website designer delays to supply the product. The two are employed by 2 leading firms in the country. I remember one is called what?
Great